Hello, good evening to you all. Welcome back to our series of TNSET Home Science. So, we are also offering a crash course on paper one. To know the more details about the crash course, you can check the description box. So, we have started with the PYQs and today we'll continue that. So, the first question is the world of educational approach emphasizes balanced development of. The given options are A. Head and heart, B. Heart and hands, C. Head and hands, and D is head, heart, and hands. Let's understand these options. So we know that head means the intellectual engagement, heart means emotional intelligence, and hands is implementing the practical implication of the knowledge. So this was the concept of development given by Waldorf. So we will go for three heads. We know the correct answer will be D, that is head, heart, and hands. This was given by Waldorf, his educational approach for the balanced development of a children. Moving towards the next question, this is an assertion reasoning type of a question where the assertion states that home science has developed as an implied science discipline with greater relevance to individuals from birth to death. The reason is home science draws principle and content from various science subjects and applies them to solve the problems of individuals throughout their life. The given quotes are A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation. B. Both A and R are true, but R is not a correct explanation. C. A is true, but R is false. D. A is false, but R is true. So let's understand this assertion and reason. So, assertion states that home science is an applied science and it is relevant throughout our life, which is actually true. We integrate various aspects of life, human life, including nutrition, family relation, resource management, and child development. It is applied to birth and to death. The reason says that home science draw from multiple science such as biology, chemistry, psychology, and sociology, and applies their principle to solve real life problem, which is also true. You have studied home science, you know that we are covering everything. Okay, if biology means we are talking about nutrition, chemistry means we are talking about food science, psychology is child development, sociology is in family studies also we see it, and we also see it in extension education and the part of communication also. So yeah, it is we are studying everything. It's not just about home science. So the correct answer will be, after understanding both the statements, we know that both are true and R is the correct explanation of the assertion. Moving towards the next question, that is A. Assertion means presbyopia is an age-related visual impairment which is commonly experienced by middle-aged individuals. Reason says that presbyopia is caused only in female. Okay, the codes are A. Assertion is true and reason is also true. B. A is false and R is true. C. A is true and R is false. D. A is false and R is also false. Let's understand about this visual impairment disease. It is actually experienced by middle-aged individuals. That is very true. It is seen around 40 to 50 years of people. It is it means that an individual focusing on close objects due to a loss of elasticity in their eye lenses. Okay, the reason says that phobia is caused only in females. No, it is not true. It can happen to anyone, male or female. It is not gender-oriented disease. So we know that obviously reason is false. So the correct answer will be C. A is true and R is false. Moving towards the next question, that is failure of the closure failure of the closure of the neural tube lead to serious birth disorder called A. Spinal bifida, B. Muscular dystrophy, C. Cerebral palsy, D. Poliomyelitis. Okay, let's understand these options. When we talk about spinal bifida, that is there is a issue with the development of a spinal cord. It is the opening there, as you can see in the picture, and it is caused by the lack of folic acid during the pregnancy. So this is the extra knowledge, remember that. When we talk about muscle dystrophy, it is the trouble in muscular things. Okay, in the muscles there is a trouble in that. In the term only you can see that it may cause breathing problem, trouble in swelling, stiff joints, muscle stiffness, trouble in walking, muscle weakness, and heart problems also. When we talk about the third option, that was cerebral palsy. So cerebral palsy is a brain condition causing paralysis. Okay, there is a damage in the brain. So the movement, it actually, if it affects the movement of an individual. In cerebral palsy, you see that the person cannot move. It is because of the damage in the brain. Then we have last option, that was poliomyelitis, where polio, we know polio is a poliovirus. Okay, Methylene means a spinal cord. A nerve is damaged in our spinal cord, and it is means inflammation. There is an inflammation. Okay, so we understand this. This is a polio. Basic, we in layman language we say polio. Polio drop, or is affected with the polio. That simple thing. This is there in the options. So coming back to our question, which was asking about neural tube is not closed. It is a birth disorder. So now we know it is a spinal bifida. Okay, so of course, very clearly, it's a spinal bifida. Next is, which of the following sequence is correct in counseling? Okay, A, first contract, interview, intervention, follow up. Then we have follow up, interview, intervention, first contract. C, interview, intervention, follow up, first contract. D is intervention, follow up, interview, first contract. So, somewhat we can conclude what will be the correct sequence here. It's a basic thing. First, you will contact, then you'll go for the interview, then we will have our intervention program, and after that follow will be there. The first contract will be then, follow up will be in the end, in between. After the interview only we can have an intervention, when we'll understand the issue of an individual, when we'll interview him or her, then only we will come to the conclusion what are the issue and for what we have to go for the intervention. So the correct answer for this question will be A, first contact, then interview, intervention, and follow up. Moving towards the next question, that is, a preschool teacher develops a memory game activity for the preschool children. The memory game consists of a teacher showing a child few objects and then covering them up and seeing how many objects the child can remember. Which of the following area of development would this activity best reinforce? Okay, nice. The options are A, manipulative, B, physical, C, social, and D is pers- perceptual. Okay, sorry for the fumble. It's perceptual. Let's understand these options. When we talk about manipulation, it involves fine motor control and hand-eye coordination, like using a tool or building a block. Okay, we are manipulating with things. Then when we talk about physical, there are games which are involved in with physical movement or a gross motor skills. Okay, like you're running or hiding or something like that. So of course this was also not doing in the game. Then we are talking about social. In this, the activities are focused on individual memory skill rather than interaction with others. Okay, memory. Okay, then we have perceptual. Activity helps children recognize and remember visual stimuli, enhancing their perceptual and cognitive abilities. Okay, let's see the correct answer for this. After understanding that, we know that D is the correct answer. Like we are seeing the perceptual parameters of a child, like the memory game we are showing and then hiding the object. So, what you can remember. Okay, this is what they are reinforcing. That is our perception, perceptual. Okay. The next question is curriculum is a means to realize A. Educational philosophy, B. Needs, C. Objectives, D. Values. The given codes are A code is C and D, B is ABC, C is ABCD, and D is AC. Let's understand what curriculum means to realize. When we are talking about the first option, that is educational philosophy, the curriculum shapes the institution guiding what and how students should learn. Okay, need is like addressing the need of a child, like giving relevant knowledge and skill. When we are talking about the objective in the curriculum is developed with a specific learning objective in the mind, ensuring the structured educational outcome. What you want to reinforce in the child, you just make your objective on like curriculum on those objectives. Then values, it integrates moral, ethical, and cultural values, shaping students' character and social development. Okay, let's see which code will be the correct answer. So, curriculum is a means to realize edu educational philosophy, needs, objective, and values. All of the four are correct. So, code C will be our correct answer. Moving towards the next question. That is, sensory training during early childhood year is a basic principle of A. Piaget's method, B. Froebel's method, C. Dorfy method, and D is Montessori method. Yesterday also we have one question where the option was from the in the Montessori method. Okay, so here they're asking sensory training. If you have watched the yesterday's PYQC video, you know the correct answer. I know you people must be remembering. So when we talk about Piaget's method, he has focused on cognitive developmental stages. Froebel has given play-based learning and kindergarten education. We know that, and Dorothy is just a random name they have mentioned here. Here there is no recognized method given by him. Okay, the last is Montessori method. So of course, Montessori method and the material she has introduced were sandpaper letters, colored tablets, geometric solids. They are designed to enhance the sensory perception of a child. Sensory play was introduced by Montessori only. In yesterday's question also, I have told you that she has emphasized on sensory development of a child. So remember this. Okay. So the correct answer for the question will be D, that is Montessori method. Next question. Okay, literacy program should be linked to all development plan of the country according to the report of A. Kothari, B. Tehran, C. Mark Bloch, and D is Elizabeth Mecca. Mecca. Okay. Let's understand each options. Kothari, we know we are talking about Kothari Commission that was introduced in 1964 to 66. It focused on the education reform in India, including school education. Okay. The Tehran report is emphasized on literacy program should be integrated with national development plans. It was a part of World Conference of Literacy organized by UNESCO in Tehran, Iran. Okay. The C option is Mark Bloom. He is a eco economist known for the contribution of economics of education. So not related to our field. Then we have last option, that is Elizabeth MacLean. She is known for the work in philosophy of education. So nothing with the report or emphasizing on the development. So we know that literacy program was introduced in the option B, that is Tehran conference that was held in Iran. Okay. Now, the next question is: a challenged and dependent child needs A, support, B, training, C, gifts, and D, interventions. The given codes are A, B, C, and D, B, A, B, C, C, D, A, C, D, sorry, and the code D is B, C, D. Let's see, and it's a very simple thing, okay? Just use your basic concept. Challenged and dependent children needs what? You know, of course, not gifts, okay? Gifts is just a random thing that you give them. That's a, like appreciative things that we give. They actually need support, training, and intervention for the better living of their life, okay? So we'll eliminate the D, eliminate the C option, that is gifts, and we'll get to our correct answer, that is challenged and dependent children need A, support, B, training, and D, intervention. So code A is the correct answer. Next question is again the assertion and reason type of question. Here they are asking, assertion states that educational guidance is intended for educational selection. Reason is education guidance may not be suitable for either morons, brilliant chap, or special class of person. Okay. Codes are A, both A and B are correct. Code B is A is correct and B is incorrect. Code C is A is incorrect, B is correct. And the last D code is A and B are incorrect. Let us understand what assertion and reason is saying. So when we talk about the assertion, it is talking about educational guidance is intended for education selection. Of course, it helps individual to choose appropriate course, career, and study path based on their abilities, interest, and opportunity. Of course, this is true. But when we are talking about reason, this is like after reading it, we can only say this is wrong. Like education guidance is beneficial for all, not like including those with intellectual disability, gifted students, and special need individual. Everyone has a right to education. This is like very wrong to state such kind of a reason. So we know that the correct answer will be code B, that is A is correct and B is incorrect. Let's understand the next question, that is assertion says that female feticide and infanticides are most common social evil prevailing in India. Of course, reason is the evil is the outcome of poverty, illiteracy, and gender discrimination. The codes given are A is false, R is true, B, A is true, R is false, C, A and R are true, and D is A and R are false. Let's understand the assertion and reason. The assertion states that female feticide, that is sex selective abortion, and infanticide, that is killing of female infant, has been a major social issue in our country due to the preference of a male child. This is happening. We all are aware about it. And the reason says that this evil is actually the outcome of poverty, like families are see daughters as a financial burden due to the dowry and marriage expenses. If you talk about illiteracy, it is a result of lack of awareness about gender equality and legal protection of a gender. And when we talk about gender discrimination, it is fuels the preference of male child, contributing to sex selective abortion and neglecting a female infant. So both the statements are correct. So the correct answer will be code C. A and R are true. After reading it, we could say this. This was easy one, no? The next one is, I have brought so many assessment and reason questions so that you people can practice. Okay. No, this is the one which is actually a tricky and bit confusing one. That's why. A session says that the case history technique is utilized by child guidance clinics and hospitals for mentally ill. The reason is mentally ill patients are benefited from case history. Okay. The codes are A is true and R is false. B code is A is false and R is true. C is both A and R are true. When we talk about D, it is both A and R are false. Let's understand this. So, case history is a fundamental tool which is used in child guidance clinics and mental health hospitals to understand and background medical history and psychological issues of patients. It is very helpful. Okay. Then we have a detailed case history actually helps mental health professional to diagnose, plan intervention, and provide appropriate treatment for the parents, making it beneficial for their care and recovery. So we know that both the statements are true, which means code C is the correct answer, that both A and R are true. Moving towards the next question. Again, assertion says that a height of a child below 2 years of age should be measured with an infantometer. Reason is, a infantometer is used for children who cannot stand properly. The codes are A, both A and R are true. B, both A and R are false. C, A is false but R is true. D, A is true but R is false. Let's understand what is infantometer. Infantometer is actually a measuring tool which is used for children who are below 2 years. Um, it is because they cannot stand, so we lie them on the infantometer and we measure their height. Very simple. The reason is, an infantometer is used for children who cannot stand properly. Partially incorrect. The primary reason for using infantometer is not because the children cannot stand properly. It is because the length in the standard method of for measuring infant growth until they reach 2 years. That is a standard how we are gonna use it. When we are talking about people with this special ability who cannot stand for the measurement, there are some alternative options, but not infantometer. Infantometer is very small in size. Okay, do you understand? Like 2 year child, how much big he is? It will be infantometer will be a size of a table. If you people are sitting and studying on a table, just see that table. That is the size of infantometer. If you have any confusion related to infantometer, please go and Google this infantometer. You will see the picture of it and it will be a clear image in your mind that what infantometer is used for and why it is not appropriate for the people with this special need. Because after the 2 years they are going to grow up, then there are alternative method to measure them if they cannot stand properly. Not infantometer is not an alternative for that. Okay, this is what I want to clear that. So the correct code, like correct answer will be D. A is true, but R is false. Moving towards the next one. Assertion is adopting a child carries a special challenge as the adoptive parents need to deal with integrating the child into the family. The reason is adopted children are always problematic. Codes are A, R is true, A is true, R is false. B is A is false, R is true. C is both A and R are true. And D is both A and R are false. Let's understand this question. So assertion is true, like adopted children does come with the unique challenges such as integrating them into a family, addressing emotional and psychological adjustment of the family as well as the child. Okay. When we are talking about reason, it is actually incorrect, of course, not like uh, adopted children are not problematic. That is very rude to say that. Many adopted children thrive in nurturing and supportive environment. We all know, and this is the reason why we are adopting them, to give them a better life. Okay. So from a very basic common sense, we know this is wrong. So A is true, but R is false. That means code A is the correct answer. Next question. Okay, we have match type question now. Just breaking the monotony. List one says there are some reflexes in some of the things that are written here. It is anorexia nervosa, and then B is motor reflex, C is dementia, D is addiction, and E is pragmatism. List second has first is learning by doing, second is psychological dependence, third is eating disorder, fourth is neurological maturity, and fifth is neurological disorder. The correct codes, the codes they have given here are A is second 5413, B is third, fourth, fifth, second one, C is second, fifth, fourth, 1 second, D is second, third, second. Okay, sorry. D is 5, third, second, fourth, and first. Let's understand this. When we are talking about anorexia nervosa, it is a eating disorder. Okay. You must have studied in nutrition and dietetics. Motor reflex is a neurological maturity. We know motor reflex. We have studied in reflexes. Dementia is a neurological disorder. In dementia, people usually forget things. Addiction is psychological dependency, and pragmatic is learning by doing. So the correct code will be B, that is 34521. Next question is growth refers to A, in a, im, improvement in functioning of the body process. B is continuous unending process all through life. C is increase in height, size, weight. And D is a process that cannot be measured directly. Growth, okay, growth. Remember that. Growth is referred to the physical changes in our body, such as increasing in height, weight, and size, which can be measured. Everything that can be measured will come into the growth. So, option A, referring more into the development, which means including improvement in body function, that is internal. B is also incorrect because growth is not continuous. It actually stop at a certain age, unlikely development is, I have told you the term, from birth to term. Okay, and D is incorrect because growth can be measured directly, like height, weight, and other parameters. So the correct answer will be C. Growth refers to increase in height, size, and weight. That is our correct answer. Next, dyskaphia, dyscalculia, and dysphasia are the types of. Option A is ADHD, option B is learning disability, C is autism, and D is cerebral palsy. Let's see. Dyskaphia is difficulty with writing, dyscalculia is difficulty with maths, and dyskaphia is difficulty with motor coordination. All are these are types of learning disability. When we are talking about ADHD, it is attention deficient hyperactive disorder. It affects the attention and impulses control. It is not related to learning disability. Autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder that impacts a child interaction and communication abilities. When we are talking about cerebral palsy, it is a motor disorder causing a brain injury and abnormal brain development. Okay. So we know that the correct answer for this question will be B, that is learning disability. Let's see the next one. It is the right sequence of subgroup of cognitive domain is A. Knowledge, comprehension, application, synthesis, analysis, evaluation. B. Knowledge, comprehension, application, evaluation, analyze, synthesis. C. Knowledge, comprehension, evaluation, application, analysis, and synthesis. Synthesize, sorry. D. Knowledge, comprehension, application, analyze, synthesize, evaluation. Let's see what will be the correct sequence. It will be knowledge, comprehension, application, analyze, synthesize, and evaluation. Evaluation will be at the end. Okay. So the correct answer, the correct sequence of the cognitive domain will be the D. Okay. Knowledge, comprehension, application, analyze, synthesize, and evaluate. Okay. Next is match type question. In list one, we have low IQ, B is dyslexia, C is spasticity, D is attention problem, and E is astigmatism. Okay, astigmatism. List 2 is learning disability, ADHD, visual problem, mental dysfunctioning, and cerebral palsy. The given codes are A 12435, B 41523, C 51324, D 41235. Let's see, the correct sequence will be low IQ will be mental deficiency. Dyslexia will be learning disability. Spasticity will be cerebral palsy. Attention problem will be ADHD. And astigmatism will be visual problem, issue with the visual. Match the things that you know. Okay, the thing that you don't know, just try to find it in the code. Maybe you'll reach to the correct answer, maybe not, maybe like 90% you'll reach to your answer. Okay, so we know low IQ will be related to mental dysfunction. So A will be with fourth. Dyslexia is a learning disability. We know that this will be the then we'll have first we'll have four, then we'll have one. After that, spasticity, maybe you don't know about this, but you know D, attention problem, will be related to ADHD. So you know that D will be matched with the second. Now, two options are left, that is spasticity and agistimity. Not C, which code is there. Okay, you'll reach to your answer. Don't worry. The code B will be the correct answer for this. Try to use elimination method in your questions. An ideal day in an early childhood education program must consist of activities in this order. A, outdoor play, concept learning, creative work, story time, sleep and rest. B, creative work, concept learning, outdoor play, sleep and rest, story time. C, concept learning, sleep rest, outdoor play, creative working, and story time. D is sleep and rest, outdoor play, creative work, story time, concept learning. Okay. So let's see. Ideal day will be and it will be a balanced mixture of activity like physical activity, learning, creativity, and rest. So the correct order will be outdoor play, concept learning, creative work, story time, and sleep and rest. We know that before sleep, kids need story. Story time is important. So it will go like from physical activity. Like when a child will enter in the program, he will be full of energy. So it's important to take them for the physical activity, full of work. They will be very active at that time. It will help them to release the energy and develop their motor skills. When we are talking concept learning, it will engage the child's cognitive activity. Like when they will be tired, like okay, now we'll see like concept and sing. They'll sit and listen to you. Okay, creative work is like after all this motor activity and cognitive activity, like imagination, something they want to create. They will be very indulged in that. Then after that, story time, like language development, and then rest, relax. Okay, so the correct sequence will be option A, outdoor play, concept learning, creative work, story time, and sleep and rest. Next question. Assertion states that authoritarian parenting is harmful to children. Reason is, but all parents used it to discipline children. Okay. A is both A and R are true. B is both A and R are false. C is A is false, R is true. And D is A is true and R is false. Let's understand. When you're talking about authoritarian parenting, which means parents have strict rules, harm, discipline, and limited warmth, and they neglect it will develop the negative impact on the child, like their emotional and social development will be very fishy. Okay? It may also lead to anxiety, low self-esteem, and rebellious nature of kids. When we are talking about reason, actually, no, not all of us uses authority in parenting. We opt for authoritative, permissive, or uninvolved parenting style. Authoritative parenting is actually the best one, which is said. It is like a combination of everything. They discipline with children with warmth, and they consider the need of a child, like what child is saying, they listen to it. In authoritarian parenting, there is no listening of a child. Okay, but in authoritative, we actually listen what kid want. There is two-way communication. So we know. Okay, we know A is true, but R is false. The mark is wrong. Just the correct answer will be D. A is true and R is false. Next question. The child with 70 IQ can be, okay, 70 IQ is good. A is trained in self-help skills. B is trained in a few simple employment skills. C, educated up to primary school level. And D is cannot be trained for anything. Let's see. They can be trained in a self-help skill. B will be also there, trained in a few simple employment skill, and they can be educated up to primary school level. They cannot be trained for anything is wrong. That is only implemented for profound IQ, like below 19. Above that, we do something for those kids to give them some basic concept of learning. Okay. So we'll simply eliminate the D option and we'll get the correct answer. That is B. A, B, C are correct. Next question. Development is that is option A, process and movement from a state of dissatisfaction to a state of satisfaction. B, dynamic. C, ever, ever changing, and D is ever static. The given codes are A, AB, B, C, D. Code C is B, C, D. Code D is A, B, C, D. Let's understand this one. So development is a process and movement from dissatisfaction to the state of satisfaction. Development is dynamic, of course. It is ever changing, always developing. And development is never static. It is never going to stop. This is not growth. Development will go continuously. So code D is our correct answer. That A, B, C, D are correct. Next question. Associated the tenure of society development with their achievement. Okay, the list one has some names. That is, first is Rabindranath Tagore, B is Mahatma Gandhi, C is Vinoba Bhave, and D is F.L. Bremy. When we talk about their achievements, first is Sri Niketan Institute, then we have Nai Talim, then we have Wooden Movement, and the last fourth one is Rural Upliftment Movement. Okay, the given codes are A 1234, B 2314, C 4321, and D 3412. Let's see. Actually, the question was correct. They have given you the correct sequencing. Sometimes they may do this, so be aware. Don't overthink it. Rabindranath Tagore has given Sri Niketan. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi has given the concept of Naitaling. Vinoba Bhave has given Wooden movement, and F.L. Brenny is a ruler uplift movement was given by him only. So yeah, it was correct. So the correct answer will be code A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, motor skill in infants develop in this direction. A. Cephalocaudal. B. Proximodistal. Uh, C. Gradation. And D. Linear progression. Let's see. Motor skills, remember. Okay. Cephalocaudal is head to toe. It is example like head child or infant control their head movement, sorry, first and then dorsal and then legs. Of course, proximal distal is from center to outward. Dorsal control develop before fine motor skill like finger movements. Okay, gradation not applicable to motor development. Gradation is for interior designing. Linear progression is, it is not developed in a strictly linear way. Okay, it occurs in various variations. So this is also not implementing to our question. Motor skill in infant develop in cephalocaudal way. Cephalocaudal from head to toe. Okay, top to bottom. Next question is, give the right sequence of family life cycle. First is beginning family. Second is contracting family. Third is family with the Dawson. Fourth is expanding family. The given codes are A1432, code B is 1234, C is 2134, and D is 4321. Let's see. The correct sequence will be beginning family, obviously. Then expanding. Expanding means like children and everyone. Okay. And then we have second, third will be there. That is family with the Tolson. And after that, contracting, like when the kid will go out. So the correct sequencing will be code A, 1432. Okay. Next, inability to write words correctly accomplished attention span problem is a condition called A. Ataxia, B. Dysgraphia, C. Dyslexia, and D is seizure. Inability to write words correctly. Okay, words writing. So, dysgraphia is a disability, learning disability, which affects the writing skill, like spelling, handwriting, organizing thoughts on paper. Atraxia is a neurological disorder, lack of muscle coordination. Okay, it will affect the balance and movement. Dyslexia is a reading disorder. The child is not able to recognize words. Okay, seizure is a sudden burn or of uncontrolled electrical activity in the brain, leading to Unconsciousness, seizures, we know. Okay. So the correct answer will be B, that is dysphagia. Next question is, in list one, we have scent play, block play, threading, storytelling, and painting. List two has creative work, language skill, texture, concept, beats, special concept, and fine motor skills. The given codes are: A is 3, 4, 5, 2, 1. B is 4, 2, 3, 1, 5. C is 2, 4, 1, 5, 3. And D is 1, 3, 5, 4, 2. Let's see. Sand play is language skill. Block play is special concept. Threading is creative work. Storytelling is fine motor skill. Painting is texture, concept, beats. This is wrong. The answer is given wrong in the sheet. Okay, let me tell you the correct one. Storytelling will be language skill. Okay. Then block play will be the special concept. That is correct. Threading will be texture concept of beads, of course. When we are talking about painting will be fine motor skill. And then we have sand play. That is a creative work. Okay. Storytelling will be language skill. That is D will be second. Okay. A1 has D as second. Three texture concept. They have messed up with the codes. The codes given in the paper is wrong. The correct answer I have told you. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope these questions may help you people in your preparation. So, to join our UGC net classes, we are also offering that. The batches are on. If you want to enroll, you can contact the number given below. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Happy learning. Bye bye.